Some people say that en bloc properties is a long drawn process and you can't make good money out of it. And this is a myth that I'm going to break for you because you can identify properties that has 30% upside the day you buy it. In the last 3 episodes, we covered the evolution of en bloc sales, master plan, and the legal framework and process. If you have missed any of these episodes, make sure you watch them so that you understand the context of today's episode. And let's dive in. For en bloc sales opportunity, it is important to understand the mindset of the developer buying the en bloc sales. That is why it is important to calculate with the mind frame of a developer before you even choose the investment property for en bloc sales. So how do we go about with this? We actually develop a calculator that is simple to use for layman, and there is actually a very highly sophisticated one that comes from the mindset of the developer, how they will buy the land for future development. In the last episode, I also covered that this is actually an ecosystem of the buyer buying the land with a potential selling price, and as a result, you'll pay X dollars to buy the land. And in turn, the owners will get the en bloc sales value. Hence, with this framework, we actually created a very simple format for the calculator. So once you actually follow through a training process that is done by our team and myself, you actually fully understand how to input into this calculator in order to find that property with a 30% upside the day you buy it. This is a very unique opportunity. Why so? Most property purchase, you probably hope and pray that in future when you sell, you will get an upside. As for en bloc properties, you can actually calculate from the moment you want to buy it whether there is an en bloc potential. And if there is a potential, then you enter into the acquisition. That puts you in a safe space before you even invest in the property. And in the years to come, as the land value increase, it could potentially go above 30 or even higher percentages. And that's the way to look for en bloc opportunities in order to shortcut your whole property investing journey. There's chances is property is really expensive in the market right now, and you want to come in from a safe perspective to enter the market knowing that there is upside at the end. So in our trainings, our courses, you will actually see how to find out the properties that has potentially 30% upside before you enter for the sale. And that's something that we really want to pass it on so that you are comforted that when you actually enter into an acquisition, you're in a safe space. This calculator is a very special calculator. It is actually designed by myself with my team, and we have developed it with my expertise as a valuer, as well as being a consultant serving property developers finding en bloc development land. So you want to get hold of this calculator so that it will shorten all your learning curve of figuring out which property to invest in and which one can give you the 30% upside. And what's more interesting is that you can do it yourself to find that one unique property once you figure out how to use this calculator. But more importantly is being in this community of serial en blockers who are finding opportunities together and even leveraging on each other's expertise so that you can shorten at least 10 to 15 years of your time figuring it out yourself. So why not join us in our community, and our courses and training is actually in the link below so that you can take your step forward in your property investing journey from now on. That's all for this episode, and if you like the content that we have shared, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our channel so that you get more interesting content like this. And I'll see you in the next episode.